if somebody wanted to get into a rifle style of competition, I think this is where I would point them over most anything else. Super relaxed environment. The shooters here are super helpful. It's a good crowd. It doesn't feel like a really big match. You know, I've got 6 guys in my squad, so it's pretty casual. It's not super loud because we're shooting a bunch of rimfires, so, and half of these guys are running suppressors anyway, so it's conversational while the match is going on. It's a really good time out here, so as long as you can stay warm in the winter, this is a terrific match to come out to.
The way that we do gun safety in these matches is we do muzzles up at all times. So the gun should always be unloaded with the action open and the muzzle up, unless you're on the firing line and you're instructed to load your magazine and chamber your weapon. A couple more safety things would be, like I said, make sure your gun is unloaded until you're instructed to do so. Load your gun on command, and when you're shooting, if there's a transition between 2 positions, you have to make sure your bolt is open before you move your gun to transition. If you point your muzzle at you or somebody else, they call that muzzle sweeping, and that's a big no-no. So absolutely do not do that. If you do that, it's a match disqualification. So just make sure your muzzle is pointed up at all times. So everyone, if you see any unsafe, behavior going on, just remind the shooter. Let's all work together to just try to make sure that everything stays safe today. Some of the targets are kind of positioned on the sides of the berms, just to try to make sure that all bullets impact the berm. We're trying to shoot at an angle, from like a left firing position, shooting to the right. But if you hear like any bullets whizzing out of the range and it's happening, let's stop. Just call ceasefire and let's try to fix what's going on. 10 points per shot, 100 points possible, 120 seconds, pretty standard. 1 bag, standard. So starting position will be behind the rifle, mag in, action open on that chair. We turned it sideways this time, which is going to be a lot nicer. So on the signal, shooter will take position. On the starting signal, shooter will shoot at the 50-yard targets. There's a 2-inch and a 1.5 inch with 2 shots each.
Impact.
All right, so we're mid-match here. It's warmed up a little bit. I can feel my fingers. Still can't feel my toes. We worked through 5 stages now. It's going well. I'm having a great time with this. I like how this match is set up. I like how NRL builds the matches for this. The rifle's performing well. I'm not having any issues with that. The biggest thing I've found so far is a sling. At least so far in the stages I've shot, a sling would be basically worthless. A bag is a far better investment. I saw that on paper here, trying to shoot off this tank trap we had over here, which we'll get some pictures of.